Sir, Ganesh sir. Sir Ganesh sir. Hegde sir. Sir, kindly unmute yourself and talk, sir. Sir. Sir Julian sir, கேக்குதுங்களா?
My voice is coming?
Yes sir, yes sir. It is audible, sir.
I will unmute now.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Shabnam?
Sir, கேக்குது sir.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes sir, yes. It is audible.
JBL headset.
No card connecting. Card எதுவுமே connect ஆகல.
Cardless. Can you hear my voice?
Sir, கேக்குது sir. No problem. கேக்குது. Good afternoon to all. Warm greetings from the American College, Madurai. We welcome all the participants from various institutions for our national webinar on methods of assessing research, innovations, and extension in NAAC accreditation on 28 August 2020. We'll start this webinar with God's blessings. I invite Dr. Lourdes Immaculate Ma'am, Assistant Professor of Mathematics Department, the American College, for prayer.
Let's place ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Almighty and ever-loving God, we glorify and thank you for this wonderful day. Your infinite blessings would mean the success of this webinar. We pray that you would deepen and broaden our thinking and transform our understanding of what we are about to learn. We pray for the speakers and the participants. Shower your blessings, lead us and guide us. We ask this prayer in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
I invite Dr. Julian Sir, Head of MSW Department, to welcome the program.
Thank you, Sapna. Very good afternoon to you all. I take this opportunity to welcome you all to this gathering on the national webinar on methods of assessing the research, innovations, and extension in NAAC accreditation. So first and foremost, I want to thank the Almighty for His wonderful blessings and presence. With God, all things are possible. Like just the virtual sharing knowledge is even during this crisis period. Right? With God, all things are possible. I extend my gratitude to our college beloved principal and secretary, Dr. M. Daumani Christopher, who is the core of this great institution, and he was the steering for the success. He made sure the knowledge reaches all our students. He is an inspiration to all of us. I warmly welcome on behalf of NAAC Criterion 3 and other members, sir. Welcome you, sir. Next are the speakers of the today. I am privileged to welcome Dr. Ganesh Hegde, the advisor, NAAC Bengaluru, a very eminent personality who has committed himself to the betterment of higher education. Thank you for being with us, sir. Being a trainer and the innovator, we look forward for your expertise. I gladly welcome you, sir. Our second speaker, Dr. Tulasi Brinda Varadarajan. She is an emeritus professor, senior fellow in ICSSR, and the former chairman of School of Economics, Madurai Kamraj University. She is a scholar who won many academical credentials, has a passionate work, and published a lot of journals, both national and international level. Happy to welcome you, ma'am. It gives immense pleasure in welcoming our NAAC Criterion 3 coordinator, Dr. Sri Raja, who was the backbone of the success of this webinar, who inspired us to strive for knowledge. On behalf of everybody, sir, I welcome you. I extend my warm welcome to all my Criterion chiefs who is virtually available in this particular platform. And not least, all the participants from various parts of India. I welcome you on behalf of the college, the NAAC Criterion 3, and thank you, one and all. Welcome you to the webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I'm happy to introduce our respected Principal and Secretary of American College, Dr. M. Daumani Christopher, sir, who has 30 years of teaching experience and attended more than 40 international conferences in more than 20 countries. He has double PhD, one in mathematics and another in education and mathematics interdisciplinary. He received Best College Award in the year 2017 from President of India, Honorable Shri Ramnath Govind. I invite Dr. M. Daumani Christopher, sir, to deliver inaugural address.
Good afternoon. assessing research, innovations, and extension in NAC accreditation. Congratulations to the NAC Criterion 3 HOD, the convener, Dr. Muthuraja, and their members of NAC Criterion 3, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Gnanasekhar, NAC Coordinator, Dr. John Shekhar, and thanks to the resource persons, Dr. Ganesh Hegde, Advisor, NAC Bengaluru, and Dr. Tulasi Brinda Varadarajan, the Emeritus Professor, ICSSR, for accepting our request. Congratulations again for your wonderful initiation in organizing a national level webinar. The entire world kept quiet even after 5 months. What we are going to do, don't know. We have to find out how to overcome these kinds of hurdles and problems that the entire humanity is facing now. Anything we have to accept. We have to adapt ourselves for any kind of situation. God gave a chance to think about our future. Yes, it's a God-given break in the tech world. Because of COVID-19, the staff can teach online and the students also, they're learning online. Yes, it is an exercise to all to face tomorrow's world. Friends, the higher learning institutions in India are graded for each key aspects and parameters under different categories like A++, A+, B+, B, C+C, D. The NAC grade denotes the performance of institutes such as very good, good, satisfactory, and unsatisfactory. In the second cycle, American College secured 3.46 in a 4-point scale. And we are getting ready to face third accreditation. For each and every criterion, we have to appoint, we have already appointed a convener along with the 7 faculty members, including 1 technical person. So, nearly 1/6 of the faculty of our college are working towards the NAC criterion. All are keenly concentrating to achieve high rank with focus on the national education policy, the new education policy in our mind. In this kind of situation, many departments in the college came forward to conduct webinars, workshops, conferences for the benefit of their students, faculty, and also to the researchers and public. Now, the NAC Criterion 3, they are organizing a webinar to focus on many things related to Criterion 3. National webinar on methods of assessing research, innovations, and extension in NAC accreditation. Friends, I am happy to inaugurate the national webinar organized by the Criterion 3 of NAC of the American College to their team members, researchers, faculty during the lockdown period caused by coronavirus pandemic. It's my pleasure to thank again Dr. Ganesh Hegde. Dr. Ganesh Hegde is an advisor from NAC Bengaluru, and Dr. Tulasi Brinda Varadarajan, the Emeritus Professor, ICSSR, for accepting to be the resource persons in the national webinar today. Dr. Ganesh Anand Hegde is an expert academician in NAC for more than 2 decades. He involved in framing of assessment framework for NAC for the past few years. And he has, to his credit, the niche experience of assessing, accrediting more than 1,400 institutions of higher learning across the country. You just can't imagine. Congratulations, sir, and thank you for accepting our request. Dr. Tulasi Brinda, good friend of American College, having 33 years of total university level teaching experience, and her expertise are utilized in distinguished bodies such as NAC, UGC, CSIR, UPSC, and many. Hope it will be useful for all. Once again, I congratulate the NAC coordinator, IQAC coordinator, and Criterion 3 head and its members. God bless.
Thank you, sir. I invite Dr. C. Muthuraja, sir, Head of Economics Department, to brief about the webinar and to introduce our resource persons.
Good afternoon to one and all. Today is a great day for American College as well as NAC and Criteria 3. Thank God, by God's grace, we are organizing this event after a heavy plan and schedule. I'm here to brief about this webinar. I think the entire country, many webinars are going on in a specific specialized topics. Rarely we are conducting this kind of webinar on focusing on NAC accreditation in order to enrich and in order to empower the faculty members and institutions to score more marks. This webinar will help all the institutions across the country to get more score and to learn more things about how to score more marks by way of energizing, documenting its own activities by the institutions. Really, I must thank American College Principal and my principal, Dr. Dominic Christopher, for initiating such kind of new innovative initiatives like this webinar. And a special thanks to Dr. Ganesh Hegde. After calling him, he readily accepted. So special thanks to Dr. Ganesh Hegde and NAC and his family. I think our principal rightly mentioned his contribution to the evaluation of institutions in the country. And my teacher, Dr. Tulasi Burunda, I think who is traveling all over the world, nearly 30 to 40 countries he traveled. And actually, as a faculty members in economics and other social science discipline, we learned a lot. Special thanks to Dr. Tulasi Burunda Madam also. So this webinar has two presentations. First, Dr. Tulasi Burunda Madam will present her views. And the next one, Dr. Ganesh Hegde will present. After that, 10 to 15 minutes, we'll have an interaction. I think I request all the participants, institutional heads, and the criteria activists, you can interact by way of placing your questions. I think this entire output will be in YouTube also. And I think a YouTube online is also available. And within 1 or 2 days, the participant can enjoy the outcome of this webinar in YouTube also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Tulasi Burunda ma'am.
Okay. Yes, good afternoon to all of you. I am very happy to associate with the American College for this webinar regarding NAC. And I am also highly thankful to the dynamic and enterprising principal for having invited me. And I also thankful to my student, now Professor Dr. Muthuraja. And because I don't want to waste my time, the time given me is very limited. So I am associated with the NAC for the past 15 years. And I had already visited more than 86 institutions including 14 universities. And now every time NAC is changing its way of assessing and accreditation. And the topic given to me is research. You all know the aim of NAC. The vision of NAC is contributing that every institution must have some kind of an initiatives, sustenance initiatives, that is prolonging initiatives. Whatever the initiatives taken, there should be sustenance. And we have to, these higher educational institutions, they have to contribute to national development, and they have to inculcate the competitiveness among students, and also value system. And now we all know that now we are facing this pandemic, how educational approach and teaching and everything is changing, how to promote the technology, and overall the need for excellence. So what is the focus of assessment of NAC? It wants to inculcate quality culture through quality initiatives, quality sustenance, and quality enhancement. And this quality assessment is a process, and that is evidenced through your self-study report. So the self-study report is not a report of a research report like that by the principal investigator and all. It is a unique report where you need the participation of all stakeholders, management, faculty, administrative staff, student, and also the community. The best role to be played by the alumni. And you all quite familiar that NAC is having 7 criteria. And so among these 7 criteria, now some kind of nomenclature has changed. And recently, 2019, December, the NAC has changed its nomenclature of some of the criteria. Okay? So one among the criterion is research, innovation, and extension. Earlier, it has a different nomenclature. And the calculation of this GGPA, it is also changed. So if you see in 2005, and from that onwards, you can see some kind of every 5 years or 3 years, some kind of changes. So 2017, one change. Now it has changed in 2019. So you have a system generated scores. They are quantitative indeed. And also you have a qualitative matrices, wherein the P team they had to play a greater role. The overall, the innovative approach of NAC you can evidence through student satisfaction survey. Okay, student satisfaction survey. They have collected the student satisfaction prior, and they are assessing directly from the student. So here there is no involvement of the faculties or any other intervention. Okay, so based on all these things, they have summarized, and the scores are spread into from on 5-point scale. Okay, we can see the distribution of matrices.
Slides. இல்ல நீங்க பேசுங்க கேக்குதா?
You can speak now, madam.
இந்த ஸ்லைட்ல இருந்தா
Okay.
okay.
So I am concentrating on autonomous colleges, okay, and wherein you can see the criteria, qualitative matrices, 35, and for this quantitative matrices, 72. So the altogether you can see 107 matrices. And for research, innovation, and extension, you see the autonomous colleges, the promotion of research facilities, research mobilization of research, innovation of ecosystem, research publication. And among all these things, you can see that for the extension, the score is very high. So here, the autonomous colleges are in between these two extreme cases. One is university, and the another is affiliated and constituent colleges. So in between, the autonomous colleges are coming, and they have to concentrate on research. So overall, for this criterion, 150 marks scores out of 1,000, you can see. Okay, and so the research, they have to concentrate on research. And so you all know what is meant by research, I need not elaborate. And we have to see a particular concern of the problem using scientific methods. So there are several methods of research, inductive method, and where these inductive methods are used for, they are associated with the qualitative, and deductive methods are associated with the quantitative research. And you all know the research are basic research, applied research, problem-oriented research, and problem-solving research. And among the research, there are two types of research, qualitative and quantitative. So now we will enter into the key indicators, promotion of research facilities. This, the first and foremost thing is research culture. So if you see the earlier teachers, they used to come and teach alone. They never gone for research. And there was no emphasis on research, even at the universities. So the research cultures, it must be inculcated. And the institution must develop an appropriate policy. They must have a black and white research policy document. And so thereby they have to initiate the teachers, and they have to make them to do research, and also to make them to guide research like that. This administrative supportiveness is also needed, okay? They have to have a proper infrastructure for the colleges, okay? So what do you mean by infrastructure? The foremost infrastructure is library. You must have a good library. Library is the center of all other developments, okay? It is a backbone. And you have to do, must have a research labs, and also the instrumentation centers. And all these things are necessary for an infrastructure for the to have a proper research. And sometimes if you don't have such type of facilities, you must have the idea to share these research facilities with collaborating some institutions. For example, if IIT is having such instrument where you don't have, to do some kind of research or an agriculture research in department. So if you are in botany, if you want to do some kind of research, that lab is not available in your college. If it is available in the agriculture university, and you must have a policy towards sharing of research facilities. And you see the promotion of research, the total marks you must get is 20. The first indicator is research facilities, that is qualitative matrices. So this is an innovative approach given by NAAC. You have to have a qualitative statement of the research facilities available in your institute. So it must be how you have frequently updated the research facilities, whether you have a defined policy, and also you must update upload it in the institutional website. That is more important. So the institutional website, if you open that in some of the colleges, if you go for any visit, the website may not be operating at all. Okay, so you have to update that. And this promotion policy and its adaptation. And this is a qualitative matrices where you have to write for some 500 words about this, a brief description. And the second one is seed money. So the institution must have some kind of money towards in their budget. They have to allocate some kind of seed money for providing this research, because all people cannot suddenly go to some kind of UGC or ICSSR or ICMR or some other institution. Okay, so you must have in your budget policy research for this seed money. So you can provide some kind of seed money to the scholars as well as the teachers, whereby they can do some kind of a minimum, that is a mini project, where that they can develop a major project and appropriate from the national and international institutions. So the seed funding is very crucial for innovative research, because this is the basic thing. Because you cannot expect all the scholars go and search for their funds from externally. So this will, later they can get some kind of extramural funds. Okay. And the second aspect is the awards and fellowships. So this earlier it was a future of these universities to get the postdoctoral fellowship or any kind of recognition for the fellowship and other things. Now we can have these teachers, they are more motivated and they are going for approaching all kinds of these national and international fellowships. And this the second aspect is before that. Okay. So this research, first aspect is promotion of research facilities for 0.6, and the weightage is, and for the seed money 8 point, and also the awards and fellowship 6 points, altogether 20 points. The next comes the resource mobilization. So here the IQAC has to play a vital role to how they are submitting their proposals. They have to see, scrutinize, there must be some kind of scrutinizing committee to how the proposals are. They have to disseminate the information to the professors and other things, where they can get the money, okay, where they can get the projects, and they must give guidance to them. and also some kind of workshops and seminars to motivate them and get the funds from the resource mobilization. So this is a quantitative variable, and where the government and non-government endowments, chairs, and other institutions. So many colleges, they have chairs, endowments. So these endowments, they have to catch hold of from the NGOs and other things, okay? So they have to get the grants, okay? And the next most important point is research guidance. So this research guidance nowadays is very commercialized, okay? So when you go for any visit, we can see that. See, the people are not even able to speak about their projects because of this. So this research quality had deteriorated. But anyway, this we cannot generalize this treatment. We have to see that how many research guides in your college. Okay, that must be the most important things. So the one thing is the teachers, they have to get research projects and they have to get the guideship. Okay, they have to get the guideship. So for this, if you see the guideship, and based on that, how many full-time research scholars. So you can have a guide, and also these full-time scholars, you can get the scholarship from some of the funding agencies like UGC or ICSSR, they are giving. Okay. So altogether, you have the total number of research projects in the colleges for the last 5 years. And also number of departments having research projects from the government and non-government agencies. And for the college sake, we have to see average percent of departments to the total departments. The third criteria is innovation ecosystem. So this is a new concept. Earlier it was there in the NAAC accreditation, but special emphasis nowadays it has given to this concept. How they have an incubation center. So this must be possible, how this entrepreneurship development programs and other things. This must be possible with some of the industries and other things. And you have to conduct workshops on seminars for the intellectual property rights. Okay, and what are the awards they have won for this innovation? The most highlighted thing of NAAC is patent. If a college is having patent, it is more well placed. This is a patent is, it can have, this is an exclusive form of intellectual property rights, and it is a unique innovation for this nation's government. Okay, so it is obvious where getting a patent is. So our people are not documenting these things. That is why America is patented this our products. Okay, so we have to. This patent is a very good thing. Among, if a researcher enjoys a very this is enjoyable one to the researcher. So this will create a confidence to generate more ideas, saying that he is confident and also have some kind of pride. No, that is he's the only owner of this innovation. Okay, so the patent system benefits nations and one who develops this, and also this for the consumers, it is an affordable prices. And another is this innovation ecosystem coming under qualitative matrices. Okay, this qualitative matrices, you have to concentrate, because when peer team comes, they will concentrate on this qualitative indices. Okay, there are only 30 marks to them, but you have to give a clear-cut idea, So this innovation ecosystem, it is having the weightage of 5, and you have to write it and describe it. And how many workshops you have conducted on this. And I need not elaborate these research publications and awards, how it will benefit to the people, especially the scholars. And this research publications, you have to concentrate on code of ethics. I told you, no, deteriorating research quality. So you have to see that how they say have an ethics committee to check whether if a professor is coming and saying my paper has been published on this, and he says that it is having a citation index, Scopus index, and you have to cross-check it. An ethics committee must be there saying that it must be cross-checked. Okay? And so an advisory committee to check up this plagiarism as well as the research methodology and code of ethics. And how many PhD registered in your college? How many PhD scholars registered and completed and all these things? So this is having another 5 marks. And also the papers should be on UGC website journals. And also the book chapters means it must have ISSN, ISBN numbers. Okay? And also the citation in Scopus and also the science. So these things must have all together have 30 marks. Next is consultancy. You may be wondering that some of the universities, Jadavpur University I had been, economics department had earned 3 crores by consultancy. Economics department, arts department. You see science, altogether 126 crores for the university. I may be wondering how an economics department, we are struggling to get even pencil pen and like that. I am not exaggerating. It is a real fact. One has to see. And so the consultancy is most important thing. Okay, and it is a resource pool. You can see that. So the consultant must have some kind of capacities, skills. He must need to show a team. Okay, so you should not jealous about he is more consultant, getting more money like that. So you must have some kind of teamwork spirit, interpersonal communication skill. You must have some kind of creativity and innovation. So all these skills you have to, how you can inculcate to the staff, some kind of workshops and some kind of that is seminars and other things. How much amount of money generated through consultancy, that is more important. And the more important is supporting consultancy services. You should not ask the staff, you should not penalize the staff or some kind of thing. So you have to see how the institution is supporting the consultancy services. Okay. You have to see that. You have to share the consultancy money with the institution. You must ready to, you should not hide. Okay. You should share you must be ready to share with us. So there is a consultancy policy in the universities, 60-40 earlier. Now it is 50-50 like that. Okay. So earlier if I did consultancy work and all, that was 60-40. And we have to share the consultancy money with them. You may be wondering, in this research activities, how NAAC had introduced these extension activities and given more score, 50 marks. So you have to concentrate on more extension activities. So because they must be socially oriented, and you have to make the link, and you have to apply the knowledge, enrich the learning, okay? So the NAC intends, not only NAC, the nation intends to have community sensitizing of the students to social issues, okay? And for this, later I'll come the summary, okay? So awards and recognition. So if you have received any award for Swachh Bharat or anything, okay, YRC or any awards. So how you can get awards? Not by influence or something like that. You have to show your ability and involvement and participation, then only you can get the award. So how the college gets the recognition for these extension activities? And number of extension activities, outreach. So whenever you present this number of activities, you must show the feedback. So not the number alone counts. Impact is more important, okay? Impact you have to see. And how students are participating in this extension activities. You have to see that, okay? So students participation, percentage of students, okay? And then the last one is collaboration. So what is this memorandum of understanding? So people are not they are not at all understanding the collaboration concept, the colleges, okay? So a memorandum of understanding is a document, broad outlines and agreement that 2 or more parties must have. And they have to communicate the mutually accepted expectations. Though it is not legally binding, it's not a legal document, but it is a binding contract, inbuilt binding contract, okay? Unwritten understanding, okay? So there are several ways of collaboration, like project sourcing, placement services, then field work, job market. So these are all some of the collaboration you can have and have the MOEs, okay? So the number of collaboration on internship, job training and other things, okay? And so summary, you can see each indicator, I'll give the summary. Promotion of research is having 20 points. In that, we have qualitative entry matrices is 1, okay? And seed money fellowship. So these points are in the promotion of research. And research mobilization. You have see grants received, the research projects of the staff and recognized guides and the departments having the research. So this 10 marks is fiber gated for all these things. And innovation ecosystem, one is qualitative matrices. You have to be very careful in writing that, okay? And this number of workshops. And research publications, you can see how we have the ethics, guidance, papers, books chapters, then publications in the Web of Science and Scopus, etc. And consultancy, revenue generated and how supporting consultancies. And extension activities altogether 50 marks, scoring higher. And you have to see that. Then the extension activities, the first one is qualitative entries. Okay, you have to see right in such a way how your extension activities are taking place within 500 words. And collaboration, total number of collaborative activities and functionals. So finally, what are the points to be taken care of? You have to collect and pool the data at the institutional level. Information should be collected and you have to pool the data. You must have several committees and what I am suggesting is you have to verify the data at the institution level itself first. So while you are going for when peer committee comes, whatever you suggest you are given to the NAC, and now you are bringing the documents, there is a high level of discrepancy. Even NAC admits some 30% or 20% discrepancy is allowed. A vast amount of discrepancy. Recently, in one of the universities I observed, they are showing this data, that data at that time, but not that. And so at the institutional level, you compare the data with the documents carefully and feed the data carefully, okay? So if you feed one point, then you have the document side by, information side by, okay? And arrange the mock team before P-team visit. So you can have an idea. And during the P-team visit, you're ready with the information, especially qualitative indicators, okay? And present the data for 5 years. Don't give some 100 years reputation. Okay, so in one of the universities in Calcutta, where Tagore's, you know, so they are showing the old reputation, not that. Okay, you have to see the 5 years data only 5 years data. Don't say our college is 100 years, this and that. Those kind of reputation you will not count in the scoring system. Okay, so you have to give the data only for 5 years. What NAC expects, what had been done in the for the 5 years only. Okay, so that is more important. To present the data for 5 years, do not hide or exaggerate. Okay, information what you have, give the data. That is enough. Don't exaggerate it points. Okay. So for the success of any assessment and accreditation, institutional committedness is more important. Because you might have read, even some only 23 or some few colleges have been accredited in India. Only few universities are accredited. Others are keeping quiet. I don't know. They don't want. So somebody had written that it is because of fear or something like that. Or they are not, they may not be interested like that. Okay. So the institutional committedness is more important, and involvement, their involvement, motivation, monitoring and feedback. And also stakeholders participation, more important. Not only the internal, so the students' vision of your college, faculty vision of your college must be good. And especially the outside vision. What is the outside vision? The public. Public vision is more important. So this is a reputed college. This is a good college, like that. And support from the government and external agencies. Government policies, every year government policy is changing. So we have to change according to that. We have to frame our policies according to that. We have to dance according to the dictation of the government. And external support, external agencies means others. This, the non-governmental organization and others. So these are all some of the points you have to keep in mind if you are going for any kind of accreditation. This is general for whether it is a university or autonomous college or the country. So these things are more important. As Uttaraja asked me to talk on research, I am concentrating on research and this research. So this is more important. So how, especially So I was teaching in the University of Chicago and Loyola University of Chicago, where there's all the students are sponsored students. NGO sponsored, corporate sponsored. So they have their projects in their hands. Each one is having 9 projects. So such type of collaboration is more important for any development of the college, creating confidence among the students. Okay. So you are teaching something, molding the students in one way. If we go to the outside, it is different. Okay. So some of the points given by NAAC is more worthy for the success of any institution, and also motivate the teachers that self-think. So earlier research is some kind of thing the teachers cannot imagine. Now every teacher is doing research. Every teacher is more informative about the fellowships, the grants and other things. And the students are also more informative. So all these factors together make the institution to get a higher grade. So thereby you will benefit, a mutual benefit, give and take policy. So thank you for calling me. Any questions you can ask me after Dr. Ganesh Hegde's speech. Thank you for the principal as well as American College and also the organizer Muthuraja. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Dear participants and educational leaders, I hope you enjoyed the 40 to 45 minutes presentation, quality presentation, benchmarking presentation by my teacher, Dr. Tulasi Madam. And we are also eagerly waiting for a thunder presentation from Dr. Ganesh Hegde. I think everyone is eagerly waiting for his valuable presentation. And we also know his book on, I think, 7 or 10 principles to score high marks in NAAC accreditation. That's a popular book moving around in Google world. If you are Googling it, you will get more points of publication by Dr. Ganesh Hegde. I think everyone, every institution, everyone attached with the higher education institutions are going to benefit out of this webinar. Without wasting my time, I straight away requesting Dr. Ganesh Hegde to present his own valuable presentation. Ganesh Hegde, sir.